An Orthodox priest and at least 15 police officers have been killed as gunmen opened fire at synagogues and churches in Russia's North Caucasus region. Also, a police post was targeted. The incident took place on the Orthodox festival of Pentecost. Governor of Dagestan called it a day of tragedy for the whole country. The attacks took place in Dagestan's largest city of Makchakla and in the coastal city of Derbent. Russia's investigative committee said that it has opened criminal probes over what they referred to as acts of terror. The attacks come 3 months after 145 people were killed in an attack on a concert hall near Moscow. Islamic State took the responsibility of that attack, which was seen as the worst terror attack on Russia in years. So far, no one has claimed responsibility for the attacks in the volatile North Caucasus region. However, the governor said, and I'm quoting here, "We understand who is behind the organization of the terror attacks and what goal they pursued." 6 of the attackers have been killed as police continue the hunt for others. And for more on this, we're earlier joined by Edward P. Joseph, who is a senior fellow at the Johns Hopkins University School of Advanced International Studies and also a foreign policy expert. We asked him about the circumstance and the nature of the latest orchestrated twin attacks in Dagestan. Take a listen.
Look at this in connection with the previous story. Let's bear in mind that that terrible terrorist attack by ISIS back in March in Russia, as many as 140 Russians murdered at that concert hall. There were warnings given by the United States. So the United States, even though its relations with Russia are in a very adversarial at the moment, with the U.S. backing Ukraine and Russia having this aggressive war against Ukraine, and pitting the two as the Russia and the United States as adversaries, still the U.S. came forward and warned Russia about this potential terrorist attack. And now we see Russia, so therefore that Moscow knows that the United States is not just this enemy trying to destroy it, but actually sharing vital information that can save Russian lives. And then here we see Russia blaming the United States for this attack. And what's very important here is to note what the Russians themselves have said about the attack. They say in Crimea that there were 4 missiles from Ukraine that entered into Crimean airspace, and that they shot down 3, but the 4th deviated its trajectory after being hit by the Russian missile. And that deviation is then what caused these fragments to hit and spill over the beach, which apparently killed civilians. So it's very important to note that it could well have been the impact from a Russian anti-missile attack that caused, in fact, the shrapnel to kill the civilians on the beach. And that is something that internally, at least, Russia will know and factor in terms of how it processes this and the true blame that it gives to the United States.